I need to work on it.
Okay. You're getting close.
I'm getting close.
You know, I was sitting here and I felt like I was Salieri. Tempo, tempo. Remember that scene where the Salieri to the prince? Tempo, tempo. Right?
Yes.
Right.
I love that scene.
I know.
Tempo, sir. Yep. Brilliant.
Cadence, cadence.
I love that. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. I'm just curious. I pulled out this piece, and I'm not gonna play it all, but I just love the beginning part. I just want to hear it on the grand for once. You familiar with the Adagio by Mahler?
No, I'm not familiar with any of Mahler's work.
Oh, we're gonna have to. You got your Bluetooth? We're gonna have to listen just to the beginning of this after this. Pianist, Russian, but he wrote this piece. I want to see what you think about it. So let's do this.
your now that you've played a piece, and this is a before and after thing we're doing, a series. What do you think of the piano as is?
As is the sound.
So yeah, just remember, all we're going to be doing to this piano, it's going to have the same action, same hammers. I'm doing basically pin block, soundboard, and new strings.
Okay.
So it's just going to have new strings and new soundboard, but the same exact action.
Okay.
And somebody else is going to work on the action.
Right.
So I'm going to be curious to if there's going to be a tonal difference.
Yeah. So first thing I noticed, I mean, I don't know if it's the room or I mean, I might have to take that in consideration too. You know, it's where we're at. But it sounds good. I feel like I have to force it just to. I feel like that's the loudest it can go.
Well, let me tell you something interesting. It could be the room. I mean, you know, because when I played this piano in their home, it was like a patio that had glass all around, and but you know it was heated and they kept a humidity and beautiful environment they had there. And when I sat down to play the piano, I'm going, wow, this is a really nice piano. This is a Hamburg Steinway, and I was thinking this is a really nice piano. And so then it sounded so good. I said I had to look at the soundboard and and say there's cracks in this,
Yeah.
so it kind of like
Yeah, I mean, you can't really tell like there's cracks. I mean, it seems solid.
But you know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. This will really be kind of interesting when we do the after with a new board. Is I'm kind of thinking to really make this sing, you kind of have to use the pedal. It's like the tone maybe kind of dies too fast, maybe without the pedal.
It does. But when I
remember how you've played on my pianos before, you didn't really need the pedal if you didn't need it. I mean, it was right there in your face.
Correct.
Singing.
Yes, and I also, and when you mention that, it does because I was using pedal for that last piece, so I didn't really use any pedal, but. It does seem like it dies. Yeah, it does. The voicing's not. It's not.
Yeah, it's like there's no space between the notes, right? You know, like when a piano's singing. It's like there's the tones there between the notes too.
Right.
Kinda like it's hard to explain.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. 'Cause it just there's what do they call it? Is it dead silent or something? It's just like immediate stop. Like when I do that, I don't hear any ring. I don't hear any. It's just
the tone's gone.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not talking about the action at all.
No, it's going to be the same action.
Okay.
So that's going to be the fun part, actually.
Yeah.
Just changing the strings and soundboards.
Okay. Because I like your actions.
Okay. Thanks.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to like I missed some notes because I was really trying to concentrate on the sound of what's coming out of it. It's hard to pronounce some of those notes, popping them out the way I want them to be, and I'm like forced to use the pedal for the Scarlatti. I like to use a little pedal anyways, just to kind of give it some flair or some color, but I feel like I have to have it down just to sustain some of those notes that I want, if that makes sense. It doesn't have that ringing feeling or that ringing. Like for instance, like
when I was when I was playing it, it's like you have to play, but you have to play harder to like get the tone out.
Exactly.
Whereas like on the pianos you played on mine before, it's like I have to play softer. It's so there.
And that's exactly that's exactly what it is. It's like I said, it's some of it's the loudness. It's like I just want to I shouldn't put that much effort just to get that sound out. you know, and I feel like maybe it is the room, but I just feel like I have to put something down.
Yeah, to be fair, this piano did sound better in their house than it did here. It did, yeah.
But going into the voicing of it, it does feel like the sound dies, and I feel like I have to use pedal for to sustain some of the notes. Like for instance, like that fanfare part, the trumpet call. You know, I have to kind of put the pedal down just to kind of.
So maybe that tone just dies. Like, dope.
Yeah, exactly. You know. So I'd be curious to hear, like something like the when I'm working on the Mussorgsky.
You have to fight the piano.
I gotta fight the piano quite a bit, and the and the sound part of absolutely, yeah, because I won more in the higher range, especially the lower, especially that one part. I want that bigger.
Here's a word that kind of describes it: dry.
That's what it is.
Sounds dry.
It needs wetness.
It needs wetness.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm fighting too much with it. I'm not. It's getting to the point that I'm distracting, trying to get focus on getting the sound out versus embracing the sound and
right.
You know, and just sinking into the sound. That's why I'm missing a lot of notes, just because I want something to come out of it.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. And yeah, it's dry. Like this part, I mean, that whole, you know, that you know, I want that popping out, and I feel like I'm working twice as hard just to get that out of there on that last one. The bass part of it, it needs more. It needs more room.
Well, you know, like you, I think what I was hearing also is there's a narrow dynamic range on this piano. You can't get the fortissimos, and you certainly can't play really super soft either. So you're stuck in a narrow range.
This part, because you know, this left pedal, you know, people, I mean, at the conservatory they think, you know, it's at the conservatory we treat it as a coloring. It's for color effects, you know, and
for soft.
Yeah. You know, and it's missing the overtones to it, I feel like.
So I mean, I hope when I'm done with this thing, have it all together and call you out here, that, you know, you'll kind of remember, you know, maybe watch the video, you know, I'll have a video, so like maybe. And then, because, you know, I'm just going to be slapping the same action back in. So it'll just be kind of interesting, the difference the bridge caps and the new soundboard make.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
See, that was a piece I liked instantly.
Yeah, and
First time I've heard it.
it's beautiful, especially the beginning. It's so awkward to start off. Hey, jumping fish.
Right.
And I got whacked down just to get.
So
back.
see, let me get this straight. Now you've got some repertoire where you've got a song about the trout, and then you're gonna learn one about the frogs.
Yeah.
And so
oh,
you're getting
I see a pattern.
You see my pattern going. Sensing a theme here.
I see the pattern. Yeah, like right there. I want more. And I want that bass to be that melody, and it's hard because I can't bring out the inner melody. This part is easy to bring out, heavy thumb, right? But when you get into the sections that has that, or not even that, it's maybe this. I want to bring. I can't. I want that to pop out more, and maybe that's got to do with the private soundboard. I imagine.
Well,
But,
yeah, the soundboard's not functioning the way it should.
I gotta bring that down. Because it needs color in the soundboard. It's either.
And I don't know the condition of the hammers either.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, if you're got the narrow range of dynamics, I would say that's probably the hammers as well.
Yeah, because I just feel like I'm working just to try to get that. 'Cause I don't want I don't want to work as hard to bring out that.
It's well known that when you got everything about a piano right, it's singing. The action's nice, then the playing becomes effortless.
Yeah.
And so that's when you're fighting it. It's kind of takes the fun out of it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think with the new soundboard, it will definitely.
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Because I've got into many arguments, discussions on forums that you should replace soundboards with cracks and stuff like that, and people say they're fine as long as they're not buzzing. But so this is an opportunity to see the difference with the same action versus with the soundboard with cracks.
Right.
And then when I just put a new soundboard in there, and then same action is going to throw it back in there, what difference does that make?
I bet you it will make a lot of difference.
I'm hoping.
I think so. I think so.
I was kind of scared there for when I mean, like I said, part of it is this is not the best acoustic room at all.
Right.
I mean, everything in here is to dampen the tone, right? But because this is my spray booth, really. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's hard. It's harder to say if it's the room or the soundboard.
It kind of is, yeah.
And
but we'll know because I'm gonna have the piano in the same place.
Right. But I know a lot of it is going to be the soundboard because just getting that first. I mean, I don't know if you saw me when I ran through. I'm like, trying to just get that.
Right. So here we're gonna have the same piano, same action, same spot in the same room, and we'll be kind of fun bringing you in here and say, okay, the new board's in here. See what you think.
I know. Oof.